Everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how to juggle in 3 easy steps, as well as explain the reasoning why juggling is good for everybody. It's not just a circus trick, and it's good for the mind and the body. So you might be thinking, why do I need to learn how to juggle? It's not that you need to learn how to juggle, but it is a great exercise to stimulate both the visual system that connects to the brain and also work on body control, hand-eye coordination. And when we come into something complex like juggling, our brain really has to pay attention to what it's doing. So as I sit here and I continue to track the balls in and out, my eyes are moving from side to side, making sure I can see and I can predict where my hand has to go. My hands have to stay soft so they don't overshoot or overthrow, and I have to control my breathing. So just doing this is a stressful situation for a lot of people, but with more practice, we can manage that stress. So I'm gonna do this and just manage my breathing and check in there and see if I can slow things down a little bit. The more you can manage your breathing, the easier it gets. But if my breathing becomes erratic, I'll start to make mistakes. When the brain or the mind starts to get a little bit stressed out, that's when we start to make cognitive mistakes and the body also falters. So very simply, we're gonna go through some steps here. Now, all you need is one ball. The research behind juggling, when it looks at brain activation, you don't need to be able to juggle 2, 3, 4, 10 balls. The same activation, the same stimulus happens whether we're doing 1 ball or 3. So we're gonna start with 1 ball, and we'll start in the right hand. And you're basically gonna create this imaginary box. So in this box, you're gonna keep it around chest level to just about above the forehead. I'm going to toss the ball into the one corner of this imaginary box. I'm going to track it with my eyes. So my eyes are going to follow it until it stops before I place my hand underneath. So as I throw it up and across, my other hand will predict where the ball is going to fall. So it's very simple. By the ball coming across the midline, the eyes have to track from this lower position over to this upper position. Now this is going to stimulate parts of the brain like the cerebellum and really get it to activate. My hands also have to coordinate not to throw it too high or too soft, and it can't catch it very hard. If I start taking the ball with a hard hand, it won't land very softly, and I'm going to overuse some pressure the other way. So this is where we start. Now you can see I'm not throwing it back and forth. We're just going up into the box. Step 2 is with 2 balls. So now it gets a little bit trickier. I know a lot of people will kind of juggle like this, where it's just going across in one direction, and that's fine, but you should be able to do it both ways. But when it goes diagonal, that stimulates the brain in a different way. So you're gonna make your imaginary box. You're going to, let's start with, if you're right-handed, start with your dominant hand. You're gonna throw it up to the opposite corner, and as soon as the ball hits the corner, you're gonna release the second ball to the opposite corner. So it's up, up, catch, catch, up, up, catch, catch. And switch sides so that you can get a nice rhythm, so it's not always starting with the same hand. And if your box is a little bit big, that's fine, and don't be afraid to drop the ball. That's part of learning. Where neuroplasticity comes in is when we make mistakes. Increasing neural connections, or kind of laying down stronger framework or stronger, thicker cables, is where the practice comes in, but we are successfully doing it. But where new neural connections come in is when we make mistakes and we drop the ball. The important thing is pick the ball back up, learn from your mistake, and keep going at it. So you can do it slow, but go left, left, right, 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 left, left. I don't know if I said that right. It doesn't matter. But toss, toss, catch, catch. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Left, right, right, left. Phase 3, now we got 3 balls. So start with 2 balls in your dominant hand. It's gonna be the easiest side. Now I'm going to throw the ball that's in my fingertips up and across. Again, when that ball hits that upper corner, I'm going to release the other ball in my other hand. So it's going up and here. So you can still practice with 3 balls in your hand, but tossing 2. As you get a little bit more comfortable, as you figure out where your corners are and how much pressure, then you can start to release the 3rd ball. And all I'm doing is just throwing it up towards the corners, and my eyes are tracking right now. When I was first learning how to juggle, or at least teaching myself, I was using my peripheral, where I was looking and trying to use the periphery to try and catch the balls, but I'd only get to 10. All of a sudden, I took a concussion course and I realized, oh, the saccades, the eyes need to track targets. So as soon as I started tracking the balls, all of a sudden I figured it out. Once you go from there, then you can start using your periphery because you've practiced enough and your eyes and your hands know exactly where they're going to be because you've practiced your toss. You're only successful with the catch for as good as the toss is. If the toss is garbage, the catch is going to be that much more difficult, which means the second toss is going to be even that much more challenging. So making sure you have a good toss and you're going to get a good catch. So then I can practice. I can look at the camera, I can look straight ahead and use my periphery, and I can track back in and I can track the balls. I can look back out, I can look around using a little bit of eye tracking. But the idea is you can change the stimulus and the challenge. I can stand on one leg, I can go into a squat, I can move around, I can walk across balance beams, whatever it is. If it gets easy, make it hard again so that you're constantly trying to create that challenge and that little bit of a stressor that you can continue to get a little bit better every day. You don't need a lot of space for this. You don't need many balls, one ball. Keep it at the office. This will really help if you're starting to get tight necks, tight low back, things are just starting to wind up on you because you're sitting at a desk staring at a screen and your eyes are fixed and it's very short range. Something as simple as catching a ball side to side. If you can toss it off a wall, watch it come in and out, catching right, throwing left, and then start to work up to this. You'll find just 60 seconds of juggling and breathing, and all of a sudden your body starts to feel different because your mind is more active. When the mind is more active and stimulated, the body starts to loosen off. I hope you found this tutorial very enlightening. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you want more free insights, head over to tomswills.com and you can get more free education. Take care.